Hello, hello, how great are you? I'm live now with a stream. Oh, this is going to be a damned good show. To something, okay, god damn it, I fucked that up. Maybe I should write these songs down before I do them. Whatever, who cares. Boom! Given my pilot's impression, we'll be going 35,000 feet. Talking like Triple H. Okay, yep. Did that. Now I got one more thingy-mabobber to do. Alright, and there is the chat. $5 or more will get you a video. I got to get better about reminding people of that as I stream, but fuck it. Let's do this. Black Lives Matter, white supremacy in education, elementary teacher. This is Brittany Olivia. Thank God this is only 12 minutes.
So I just woke up from my nap.
Oh boy, you look like you're a fun bit of work to be around. Also, you don't need a nap. You're an adult. Drink a cup of coffee.
My mind has been racing for the last couple of days. So I thought that I'd come out here.
You're on the porch in a rocking chair. Am I supposed to expect the stand coming next? Because I'm probably going to be Randall Flagg in that scenario.
On my porch and get some fresh air. And I felt like it would be a good...
Come on, get that acoustic guitar out and start singing about Jesus. I'm getting cancer for that comment.
To be honest, my mind has been racing. Racism has been going on for the longest, and the fact...
Racism has been part of the human condition ever since the human condition has been a thing. Okay, can we get to your point?
That some people are just now seeing it baffles me.
You know, racism wasn't a thing in the 90s. If you were a black man and you met a white man, it was just two men meeting. It seems we've taken several steps back in that effect. Because of, I'll say a small part white supremacist, a bigger part black supremacist, but the biggest part is played by social justice warrior leftist dickheads like you. Morgan Freeman said it best. I'm going to stop seeing you as a white man. I ask you to stop seeing me as a black man. Exactly. Let's just see each other as men.
The fact that some people see it but don't care baffles me. But it has...
Well, I'd love to know what your definition of racism is. Because when I say black people are more violent than white people, yes, that might be a stereotype, but it's a stereotype based in truth. Look at the FBI crime stats. Or I'll give you a Dave Chappelle joke. It's racist to assume black people like chicken and watermelon. Dave Chappelle's like, who the fuck doesn't like chicken and watermelon?
Been going on for so long, you guys. And the fact that I have to try to...
Again, I like chicken. I pretty much cooked every way except boiled. I like watermelon too. Watermelon's delicious.
Help individuals understand why Black lives should matter. Like,
Black lives have always mattered. The community that don't matter to the most is the black community. I'm sorry, but reality is not on your side on this one. There ain't a bunch of fucking white racists in white hoods strolling through Compton killing black people. Right now, Trump federalized the D.C. police force and he has the National Guard in D.C. And for 11 days, nobody has died. If black lives truly matter, you should be sucking Trump's orange dick.
Someone always counters it with all lives matter.
All lives do matter. And what is the white supremacy or racism in that statement? Yes, Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. But do you know where Black Lives Matter generally don't seem to matter? In majority black controlled cities. Or in majority black cities. Again, it's not racist, it's just numbers.
My mind is still everywhere, and...
Okay, if you're this fragile, you should not be teaching our children.
Right now, I don't feel like having no kumbaya moment. I just don't feel like having no kumbaya moment.
Okay, then you can have a war moment, but remember, white people conquered Africa in about 20 fucking minutes.
You know, I dealt with racism, like, throughout high school, right?
Okay, what was the racism? Call you the N-word? Call you a spear chucker? Or was it just you got your feelings slightly hurt and you want to just chalk it up to racism?
I've heard the insensitive comments.
You're going to have to define what an insensitive comment is.
You know, throughout college, my student teaching experience, oh boy.
You're an elementary school teacher. Really? I'm sorry. There are things that can bother me that people say to me, but it ain't going to come from no fucking 10-year-old.
And even like in my teaching career, and I've learned how to deal with it. And that...
So your students are racist. Again, you're an elementary school teacher. Sorry, I'm going to take, once again, I'm going to press X to doubt on this. And also, even if somehow there's some validity to this, they're fucking 9-year-olds. Who cares? If the daughter of some feminist psycho lesbian couple comes up to me and says, "You're the problem. You're a patriarchal, oppressive piece of male shit," I'd be like, well, tell your fucking scissoring mommies to go fuck themselves because the world doesn't run without men. And they're more than happy to come into my classroom. I'll happily educate them onto why women need men, men don't need women.
It's sad that that's coming out my mouth, that I had to learn basically how to just live with racism and how to deal with it. No one...
Okay, then explain to me this. If racism is that prevalent, where at an elementary school, you're having to deal with racism, like real racism, then why is it that if I were to compile every white supremacist in the country together into one supergroup, it would amount to 5,000 people in a country of 330 million? Make that make sense. Why do I think that you take every little fucking slight as racism? Or you take everything as racism? By the way, you're a government employee. Fix your fucking teeth.
Should be saying that. I can't even believe that's coming out my mouth right now. I had to learn how to deal and live with racism.
Well, then find another job.
Because it's a lot. It's so much.
Yeah, why do I think you're a racist yourself, so you just hate whitey? Why do I think that's true, Mother Abigail?
So when I asked myself, I said, well, Brittany.
No, I don't believe in microaggressions. Microaggressions are just something you just dust off because they're micro.
What can you do to end this cycle of racism? Because it just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. And it's not stopping. I mean, I know I cannot.
Well, there's nothing you can do if you're an elementary school teacher. Also, keep in mind, these are very small children. And why do I think you're greatly exaggerating everything?
I'm probably going to ruffle a few feathers.
Why do my patrons hate me? I mean, you give me money, but Jesus Christ, couldn't I just send a private video of me whipping myself in the nuts with a ruler? Fuck, that'd be less torturous than this. And how much longer are you going to do the martyr act? Because I haven't heard much of a damn point.
But our education system in this country is a hot mess. And the first thing I would do is stop teaching fake history.
Oh, fake history. Okay. Like Juneteenth was the end of slavery.
You know that's bullshit, right? Like, I don't even need to debate anything. It's just a simple timeline. And that's just or the first slave owner in this country was black. The fact that there were 3,000 black slave owners that owned 20,000 blacks. The last group of people to give up slaves in this country was the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, and the Cree, because Lord knows Squanto didn't want to pick his own fucking corn. Where's the lie in our history that we teach in schools? Where's the lie?
I mean, again, remember, you're an elementary school teacher. You don't get down to the nitty-gritty. This is where, yes, I am fine teaching the Confederate or the Civil War was about slavery.
Truth, you guys. I remember I was in student teaching and I had to teach a Thanksgiving lesson. Well, my clinical
Well, the details of the first Thanksgiving are pretty sketchy. They're more lore than fact. But yes, the Pilgrims and the Indians, or Native Americans, whatever the fuck you want to call them, had a meal together. That's about all we know. And even that could be bullshit.
supervisor was like, oh, just talk about the Wampanoag Indians and basically how they were friends with the Pilgrims. And
they were. Do you know what the Pilgrims traded the Indians for their land, their knowledge and resources? Guns! That was the first thing we traded with them for.
they just came together, had a cool.
Again, I love this. When a leftist would meet somebody like me who actually knows history.
No, the first thing we fucking did with the Indians, we traded them guns! Kumbaya moment, and happy Thanksgiving! And in my mind, you're not gonna tell these kids that the Native Americans had their land stolen and were killed? No, they didn't have the fucking land stolen! We conquered it from them! Or actually, in the Pilgrims' cases, I think they bought it from them! And that's a very specific case, but most of the time, yes, we conquered it from them! And guess what? They were our greatest fucking rivals! It took us 400 years to beat them! That this is not really a kumbaya moment? Well, that was. We had several kumbaya moments with the natives, but do you know who the natives, do you know what one of the big reasons why the natives or the the tribes couldn't beat us? Because you know who they hated more than the white man? Each other! We give the Sioux guns, they massacre the Cherokee. We gave the Apache guns, they massacre the, we give the Comanche guns, they massacre the Apaches. This idea that natives and anyone who isn't fucking white is sitting around singing, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya, oh Lord, Kumbaya, is a lie! You want the best example of it? Okay, the Comanche come into the Apache's territory. They kick the Apaches out and drive them up into the hills. If it's the Comanches, whatever, flip the fucking tribes around. Then at some point, Spanish horses make their way into that region of the country, and then the Apache come down out of the mountaintops and kick the Comanche out and reclaim their land, okay? The land was conquered, not stolen.
And to quote Bill Maher, either give the land back or shut the fuck up.
You should not be able to pick and choose what part of history you want to teach the students.
You're an elementary school teacher. You're giving a very general lesson. When they get to high school, you can have the more nuanced conversation.
And some will probably say
Jesus Christ, I would be actively trying to remove her from teaching.
that, oh, they want understanding.
Oh, and by the way, once again, I hate to bring this point up again. The last motherfuckers that owned slaves looked a hell of a lot like the Indians at the fucking first Thanksgiving. So good job, dipshit. You racist cunt.
They will understand it. Especially my first graders, because they're very smart. You may have to explain it to them in a different way, but trust me, they will understand.
Yeah, and when I come in and explain the truth, I'm going to make you look like a fucking idiot.
Like how Juneteenth was not the end of slavery in this country. Slavery was still legal in 5 states. This is why I hope the Department of Education, by the time Trump leaves office, is a burnt fucking remnant. Understand it. Again, Teacher Dave can teach you the true history.
But I cannot remember them discussing Black history as much as they discuss the Holocaust.
Are you kidding me? Oh, every goddamn fucking February while I was in school in the 80s and the 90s. They wouldn't shut the fuck up about Black history during that month. And I'd love to know your knowledge of your fucking heroes, probably.
Holocaust. Honestly, I really can't, remember them discussing.
Honestly, the best one of these motherfuckers in the 60s was Malcolm X.
History at all, and when they did discuss it, they censored.
I mean, Medgar Evers got himself shot before he could really do anything, and again, Dr. King cheated on his wife every fucking chance he got. He probably still has illegitimate grandchildren out there. Or, actually, no, I take that back. He probably still has illegitimate children.
Out of it. Luckily, growing up, my father would always make me watch Roots. He wanted me to be aware.
Yeah, you are aware that the novel that Roots was based on, Alex Haley, was successfully sued by James Mitchum, which wrote the novel The African. And the reason I said successfully sued was it didn't end in court, but Alex Haley agreed to pay him what I believe was a good chunk of money in a settlement because he knew he was going to lose the trial. And plagiarism, at least in this country, is notoriously difficult to prove. So, yeah, this idea of Alex Haley telling his tale, it was probably all bullshit.
And if you do not know what Roots is an old television show. Basically, it is...
It wasn't a television show. It was a mini-series. I've seen it. And again, it's based on a novel or a book or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fuck it, I'm calling it a novel. Based on another novel that Alex Haley, the guy that wrote it, had to pay James Mitchum, the guy who wrote The African, an undisclosed amount because he knew he was going to lose a fucking trial. So the story of Kunta Kinte or Toby or Chicken George is probably bullshit.
Plays in different stages of slavery. It shows us being stolen from Africa and
no, it doesn't. That's one of the things that it fucks up. You were not stolen in Africa. You were sold in Africa. The white guys that did the slaving ships, they stayed on the beach. They didn't go into the jungle. And just as many of them died on the crossing as any black African. Why? Because the Africans had an immunity to a disease called malaria. And if a white guy got it, he was pretty much fucked. So, yeah. Oh, and so, yeah, no.
on the boat and them bringing us over to America.
Wasn't America at the time, it was New England. We were a British territory, colony, I don't know what the hell we were, but we were British subjects at the point.
It really gets deep in this television show Roots.
No it doesn't. I've watched it more than once.
They show us being
This is why Dave Chappelle made fun of it.
beaten.
So does every other movie dealing with slavery at some point.
Whipped, thrown overboard, raped, foot.
Do you know what they did to white sailors that died on the crossing? Oh, yeah, that's right. They threw them the fuck overboard. You had to. I mean, I'm sorry, but a sailing ship of that time was not the cleanest environment, and there is no way to preserve a body that long at sea without it becoming a festering pile of bacterial shit.
Cut off, you name it. But I'm glad that I grew up watching that because I was aware of my history.
Well, no, you're not, because, again, Alex Haley just made it up.
Probably thinking that, oh, it happened back then. Well, sorry to inform you, newsflash, segregation is still going on.
Well,
See,
actually,
back
yes,
then,
believe it or not, I actually agree with her on that, but it's done by black people. Black people don't want to be around white people. If segregation was brought back, it was brought back by you motherfuckers.
You know, all black.
Woke-ass black people. Because any normal black person doesn't give a flying fuck if somebody's white, black, or Chinese.
At one school, all whites at one school. Well, it's kind of like that today because a student attends a certain school.
God, I have to pee. I'll be right back. Screw it.
And if you have African Americans in a low income area, they're going to go to the same school. What do you call that? That is modern day segregation. They just found a sneaky way to do it. So segregation's basically still going on.
Yet Baltimore, which is 80% black, pours. Jesus, in Christ, what is it, like fourth in the country? I know I'm close. The fourth most amount of money in schools, and half of the adults are functionally fucking illiterate. Maybe, just maybe, it's because education isn't valued in the average black home. Just not for nothing. There's a reason the Latinos are surpassing you and becoming Republican.
City. Okay?
Okay.
Research is the most diverse city. My husband.
Yeah, because we had a system at one point. I don't know if we have it anymore. I don't care. The better the school did, the more money it got.
But again, even if that was the case, it wouldn't erase the fact that, again, you have several cities that are black majority, and most of the people are functionally illiterate. In black families, education is not valued. Hell, in black culture, if you're seen studying and reading and trying to get academically good, you're seen as, oh, you just want to be a white motherfucker. That's true! I mean, Jesus Christ, on Jubilee, they had some fucking person that thought they were an academic, but really just drank the black-ass Kool-Aid. And she got, like she couldn't even handle Anthony Bryan Logain. And he was the best of them.
The Bronx.
Yeah, actually, I do remember that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where they tried to join a black fraternity, which is odd. I thought segregation was bad, but whatever, fine, fuck it. Again, can you imagine the shit fit she'd have if I was going to say we're going to have a white-only club? But yeah, they didn't want Carlton because they thought he was too white. Wasn't black enough. It's like...
Actually admitted that when they received.
And look, I don't know what you want to think about the man, but like Johnny Cochran, he was bombarded with black people forever. Because
more white students. And let's be honest, if you do not have the right amount of resources for your students, they don't have the same opportunity as other students.
Everyone has the same opportunity in this fucking country. You are saying this after a black man became the president not once but twice, and the elections were not close. So shut your black cunt up.
My final topic, which is behavior. And you're probably wondering why I'm even discussing behavior.
I don't know. All kids get out of control, but the problem is when the white kid gets out of control and is brought home, his parents punish him. The black mama, because again, a vast majority of black children are raised in single mother homes, the black mama screams at the school, "My baby never did nothing like that! My baby would never do that!" Yeah, that's the fucking difference.
Because I guarantee you, it will show that a African American student has been expelled and suspended at least 3 times more than a white student. At least.
Yeah, because their behavior is out of control. Again, going to my previous example, you dumb cunt. Yeah, gee, I wonder why. Again, I can provide a plethora of reasons for this. You know, here's the big thing. And here's the reason why you're a teacher and a lot of girls that probably were in your elementary school class are single moms dependent on EBT. You had a dad! I'm sorry, this single mom experiment has failed. Women cannot raise kids on their own. They need a man.
And if you don't believe me, it's cool, because I told you I'm going to put some resources down in this description box for you all. And I will also throw some statistics on the screen for you guys. But if that is the case,
I don't care. I don't really care.
in your school, I challenge you to figure out how you are going to.
Because normally, if there's just a little scuffle and neither student hasn't had any behavioral problems before, the school might give them detention. Maybe. But most of the time, especially the elementary level, it's just going to be, oh, you little scamp. You know, okay, you little scamps. Run along. Don't worry about it. You know, I love my patrons, but Jesus, by the way, in the description of this video, you should be able to join my Patreon. $5 will get you a video a month, or a video I have to respond to a month. Maybe I should maybe I should do this. Maybe I should, like, rate it, like, abuse me, torture me, try to kill me.
In money. That's where we are in the late stage capitalism that exists in the political socioeconomic climate. And from someone who...
Or the fact that pretty women have been able to sell things throughout history means nothing. Are you fucking stupid? And by the way, what are these tattoos? You have, like, ballet shoes, whatever the fuck this is. And what the hell is this? A can of goddamn motor oil? What is this? I know you're staying at your family's home in Sicily, but if I was your dad... not only would I disown you, I'd divorce your mom, change my name, and move somewhere. And make sure that you can never find me again, and I never once again had to acknowledge you as my daughter. Or I'd slap you in the face and be like, bitch, without men, you don't survive, so shut the fuck up.
commented.
Well, unfortunately, my little dumb ginger snap sweetheart, I don't need your consent if you're out in public. Anyone, at least, and I'm just going to go with my country's laws. I don't want a bunch of fucking assholes come and say, well, in the Australia or the United Kingdom, in the goddamn United States, when you went into public, you just gave your consent to be filmed. So tough shit.
That this is targeting women and children more than anyone else. And of course there are men on that comment being like, they think everything is about them. And I fear we need to literally just like stop giving men any attention. I wish.
Without men, bitch, you're dead in 72 hours. Because once the power grid goes down, you're fucked.
Wish that they had to live in a world as a woman for a day because they wouldn't last.
If I had to live in this world as a woman for a day, I would literally set up an OnlyFans account at 12:01. and try to extract as much money out as I can by 11:59 p.m. You think men are weak-minded? We are talking. Men are weak-minded. Have you seen your fucking gender? Like, all I'm gonna say is this face wasn't caused by men. It was caused by cunts.
However,
Well, guess what? I really have no respect for you. I have respect for women as a whole. I have no respect for you. I don't really give a shit what you think. But here's the thing. I have the physical capability to beat respect into you. And there ain't a whole lot you can do about it.
Outside of call other men to stop me. That's what feminism doesn't take into consideration. There is not a female force on Earth that can stop men from exerting their will over women if they so choose. You want a perfect example? I guarantee you're probably against Israel. In Saudi Arabia, once the United States left, it went from equal rights to women being second-class citizens in approximately 4 hours. So don't give me this stupid shit that the only reason you exist as a strong, independent woman is at the benevolence of men and nothing else. That is why you exist as this. If I wanted to take your rights away and make you my personal slave, I could. Because I'm a man. And there is very little you can do to stop it. But this idea that women can stand against men is fucking laughable. And look, I'm not trying to denigrate your humanity or not saying you don't have a special part, and I don't agree with Islam! Lord knows I'm not giving up bacon. But no, I want you to drive cars, because you can get shit for me when I'm drunk.
so I'm
Again, if we wanted to, we could force you to be a subservient, obedient, second-class citizen. This idea that you're somehow standing up against us is fucking laughable. If I use violence, you're going to do what I want you to do. There's a reason you're called the weaker sex. You know what? I think I'm going to comment that on her.
If I use violence, you will do what I want you to do. There is a reason you are called the weaker sex.
I'll piss her off. Anyway. What do we got left on the stream? You know what? I want to end this with Jake again. His commentary, whatever, over my, I guess I'm going to. I'm going to end this, Jake, on your boring ass. Good night. Hello, everybody. This is Knights of the Old Republic. Games and Beer number 504. But this time I'm going to be playing the role of a chick. Give me 1 second. My lord, my lord. Alright. Damn! Look at my sexy ass mid-rap.
Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Come on, you. Oh my god! You fucking. There! Jesus fucking Christ, are we fine? You dumb cunt. Fine! Oh, what the hell? Can I just have full screen or something? Well, apparently this is the best I can get it. You know what? Screw it. Why does it do this? Why do you have to be a complete cunt? Why do you have to be a complete cunt with this game? Oh, fine. Fuck it. I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna play a different game to figure out why I'm not full screen.